Welcome to another episode of Diary of a Wannabe Comedian with me, Belle, a wannabe comedian. And I went to see Ross Noble, as you know, on Thursday. And you know what? He was so good. I learnt more from watching him than I have watching any other comedian. I don't know why, but the way he knits, the ad-lib stuff with his actual set is genius. He is just genius. I'm sure he must miss a few bits out. I don't know. If he does, he covers it quite well. But when he walked on, he'd got sort of padded knees. Well, he hadn't got padded knees. That's a lie. He'd got trousers on that looked like they had some padding sewn into them. And I thought, I wonder if he's going to get on his knees at some point. And sure enough, he did part of his set on his knees. So it's like, okay, prepared. Could tell that bit was obviously already pre-written. But yes, he did so much interaction with the audience and just kept sort of doing callback to it. It was very funny and I enjoyed it very much. Considering he's not really a comedian that's been on my radar, I had a great night. Comedian that is on my radar, as you know, is Ricky Gervais, and I got tickets. I'm so chuffed. So I'm going to see him this week. I think what made the difference was he actually released 4 dates this time, so they didn't sell out quite as quickly, and I was able to get a seat, this week, and it's a pretty good seat too, so I'm quite pleased about that. It's an early one though. Ricky now is of that kind of status where he can just say, do you know what, I'm going to do a gig at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it sells out within 10 minutes. I wish I could do that. One day. Anyway, that's Ricky. The only other thing is that I felt a bit nostalgic on Friday, Red Nose Day, it's Comic Relief, which is every 2 years, I believe, and has been since 1986. And Lenny Henry has always run it with all the alternative comedians of that time, of that era. And they're all stepping down. They're all retiring from it. And it's like, oh my goodness. I remember when it started and I just felt very old to know that they're standing down and they're letting the youngsters take over. I mean, Lenny and the crowd, they're all, was it Lenny, French and Saunders, and everyone else whose names escape, Alexi, Sayle, all of those. I mean, they're all, obviously pretty left-leaning, but the new lot are going to be even more left-leaning. And I don't know where the comedy's going to come, to be honest. I don't know where the comedy's come. There you are. I said it. So, that was Friday. But I don't think... Well, today I'm going to see Christopher Ecclestone. Yes. He's talking at an equity event. And I thought, he's worth going. I don't go to many of the equity events. But I thought he's worth going and hearing. I think he's pretty cool. As far as I'm concerned, he was the best Doctor Who. Well, aside from Tom Baker, of course. He was the second best Doctor Who. But, I don't know what he's going to say to us, but I'm looking forward to that. Oh, something I forgot to tell you about Ross Noble. He'd been on Chris Moyles' breakfast show that week, and apparently they'd talked about being at the Palladium, which is where I saw him, and how great it would be to perform there. And Chris has always wanted to perform there. So Ross said, well, come and perform then. And he and Dominic Byrne did. They came and did a plate spinning piece right at the end of Ross's show. And honestly, the grin on Chris Moyles' face, it was just from ear to ear and it didn't stop. You could see he was absolutely loving it, because they were obviously doing the music and everyone was clapping. And it was just so funny. They were so dreadful. But in the end, Ross had to come on and drag Chris off. I don't know whether that was part of the act or whether that was genuine, that Chris was just not going to get off that stage. He absolutely adored it. So that was nice. I really like seeing people that absolutely love doing stuff and are totally in their element. And that was an example of that. I hope you do stuff this week that makes you smile as much as Chris did. Much love and gratitude.